made Good News hoodie, which, by the way, let me shout out the business that hooked me up, and it happens to be a black business too, so that was even better. Shout out to Sunshine. Right. Sunshine. Shit, hold on, that's not it. But anyway, I have my custom Touchdowns and Tangents hoodie. That we're gonna get some more merch in the future. It's coming. Just know that. But I'm thankful I had a chance to rock that hoodie. Sweet hoodie. Feels great. It's the fall time coming up, so all you hot girls who didn't bother getting a jacket, now a lot of y'all gonna just start freezing off and falling off going into the winter time, because you may or may not be single mothers by the summer or spring next year. Yeah, single mother spring ain't looking too nice. Baby shower summer, that's all bad.
Baby shower summer. But
anyway, I just want to say, man, y'all stay safe out there. There's a lot of weird shit going on in South Bay. People rolling up, doing shit to people. Stay on alert. Please stay on alert. Be safe out there. Love y'all, and don't ever talk to me about the fucking Buffalo Bills again. The Buffalo Bills? Really? You proud of yourself, Pete? Don't talk to me about the Buffalo Bills ever again. I still say Josh Allen sucks. I think everyone who said Josh Allen was good and going to be great owes me an apology. I think everyone who talks shit about Lamar Jackson owes him an apology. Because Josh Allen prays to God every night, or whatever denominational figure he believes in every night. Probably some fucking mythical calf in Wyoming somewhere. I don't know what the Wyoming Cowboys were doing when he was there, but I'm pretty sure he's praying, just let me complete 67% of my passes just once, God. Just once. They're trying to make him out to be the white Michael Vick. If y'all don't get out of here, if y'all don't get the fuck out of my face, this dude who literally looks like an NCAA tight end generated when you're he's like a 3-star recruit or a 3-star athlete, and it doesn't even give you all his particulars. He just has C- accuracy but A+ arm strength and runs a 4.75 or some shit like that. Then you get him, he has like 97 throw power, 78 accuracy, 70 speed, agility, and acceleration, and like 70 catch, and his run blocking is like 62, his pass blocking is like 52 or some dumb shit like that. All y'all who played NCAA football, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You switch him to quarterback and he's like an 87 overall, but instead your dumbass leaves him at tight end where he's a 68. That's what Josh Allen is. So miss me with all that shit. Like Cole Beasley is not their best receiver. He's a slot guy. And they got some young talent, but Buffalo's not doing shit this year except losing. But at least they'll be better than the Dolphins. But also the Niners actually surprisingly have a pretty good defense. So there's that. And Jimmy Garoppolo's trash. And I'm going to keep wearing Raiders and Ram socks just because, I'm from Oakland and I rep the Raiders. I rep the city of Oakland, and the Raiders happen to be the face of it. But I just want to sit up here and say that I am a Rams fan. Dyed in the wool. Wholehearted.
Pirate Raider socks.
First off, you shut your mouth.
The LimeWire Raider socks.
They're LimeWire Raider socks? No, these are the Napster Raider socks, actually. But anyway, that's all I got to say. I hate the Niners. And Black Jesus comes on September 20th. This weekend. I cannot wait. Black Jesus is back. Smoke Yours crew. Shout out to Sling Johnson. Might have him on the podcast one day. And also shout out to Lindale High School for Jalen Daniels. Had like 5 touchdowns total, so he killed it. All the teams in the South Bay won.
Talked for 8 minutes.
I did. I really did. This is like way too long of a rant. So sorry, guys. I'm out.
All right.
Black team got cheated.
So,
on that note, let me turn my mic on. First thing I want to say.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Actually, the crazy thing is, so when I was in New Orleans, and this is something I like to do anywhere I go, I like to talk to Uber drivers because few people know the city like an Uber driver. Few people know the people like an Uber driver. And so one thing I asked my Uber driver was, I was like, you know, who's your rap goats out here? Like, is it really Lil Wayne? Like, who is it? Blah, blah, blah. So pretty much he broke it down for me like this. He was like, I love Wayne. I love Wayne for, you know, what he's done for our culture in terms of making us mainstream, putting the city on and all that sort of stuff. But he really ain't done shit for the city. So, like, honestly, I don't really fuck with him like that. Like, I always will respect him, but outside of that, it is what it is. So his GOATs were two people. One, Currency. Two was Nipsey Hussle. And that was actually a lot of people that I talked to. A lot of people in New Orleans were talking about Nipsey. And so for me, just kind of being from the city, it's like, I always knew about Nipsey. We always talked about Nipsey. We always listened to Nipsey. But it's like to see him have that sort of same effect in New Orleans to where people are starting to understand someone who's going the unconventional route, going the non-mainstream route. That's crazy. And so when I got out there, like, there was actually a lot of like Nipsey art out there, which is crazy. So I had to get that. The other great thing about New Orleans, besides all the to-go cups, the food, man, was amazing. Gumbo, jambalaya, all the typical stuff. I had a beignet, and afterwards it looked like I did a line of coke because the fucking powdered sugar goes all over the place. And you're like, why the fuck did I get this again? But yeah, man, the crazy thing about New Orleans is they actually have a saying. If there's a line, you shouldn't wait. You need to go somewhere else and get that same exact experience, same exact food without the line, because essentially everything's the same. All the food is great. All the drinks are cold. All the drinks are cheap. Like, honestly, New Orleans probably has the cheapest drinks outside of Mexico. So, yeah. And besides that, man, every time I come back from these sort of industry events, I always kind of get a new awakening because I talk to these people who are what you would call established, people who have the jobs you dream of. And it's like, you see that even that is not the answer. So it kind of is the balance to the toxic ambition, I guess you could say, that comes with the grind of media and trying to make it, trying to tread water through all this bullshit clout. So I always appreciate it for that, you know, and somehow, some way, I usually do find my way into rooms, find myself around people who understand business and who think unconventionally and who aren't afraid to have a good time. So I found that. And that's why I love New Orleans. New Orleans was honestly probably the best city I've been to. And the West Coast is always going to be home, but honestly, New Orleans has a piece of my soul. Even just the piano, the trumpet, the saxophone. Like, when you get into these small little rinky-dink bars or these little dive bars and they have these live musicians going, and you just look at them and they're just like, you know, there's nowhere else in the world they'd rather be than on that stage in front of that 100 people singing this one off cover song. Like, there was one piano player, like, just in some random bar with like 10 people playing a Get Low cover on the piano, and it was awesome. Like, just little shit like that. Like, just the culture there. It's like, even the people there, like, our culture. The people there are cool to talk to. Like, even Saints fans. Like, honestly, I'm not even a Rams fan, and I was trolling the fuck out of Saints fans. Like, I just kept singing when the Rams come marching in. I was fucking turning down Bud Lights with Saints on them. Like, I was talking mad shit, but it was a lot of fun. Saints fans were having fun with it. So I fuck with New Orleans. That's about all I had to say on this rant. So on that note, this is Touchdowns and Tangents. I'm PD Camarillo, and I am out. Shout out to Kenny in the bathroom. Wash your hands. But yeah, you can find this podcast. Man, we didn't plug nothing this whole time. You can find this podcast every week on the Good News radio station, as well as A-Squad affiliates and FPC Radio. Shout out to them. Shout out to everyone who fucks with us. Shout out to your favorite podcast app where you can also find this. Shout out to the good news, man. I was really sad I didn't get to make it to the showcase and all the events over the weekend. But they sounded hella fun, so I'm looking forward to the next ones. On that note, man, I'm just trying to survive. I'm out here grinding, hustling, more events, catching up from last week's event. Still tired. So, that's it. Peace. Don't run up in here all frantic right when I'm about to hit stop.
Woo! Shout out to Sunshine.
Yo, mic isn't even on.
Shout out to Sunshine T-shirts. SONN Shine T-shirts. Wow. 14822 Crenshaw Boulevard, Gardena, California. 90.